welcome to the Halvey Homestead. It is a cold day here. I'm not complaining. It's been really hot, so it's just it's cold enough that you need a sweater and kind of a long sleeve shirt on underneath because I don't know, it's a little windy and too much. But anyways, as you can see, the turkey keats are out and free range. I kind of wanted to explain the deal with that because, you know, again, I didn't film, you know, the whole thing when it happened. So we let them out 2 days ago. I do have a video of you know, their first time out. And I know I said in the last video that we were going to clip their wings, but we kind of made an executive decision that because of their size, I don't know if you can see them in the background there, but because of their size, they're too fat to fly. We were watching them and they can fly a little bit, but they definitely can't fly over the fence, which is, you know, the reason we wanted to clip their wings. So we just let them out. And it's going really well. They're like mowing down the grass back there. You know, they're super hungry all the time, and they're just mowing down the grass and the weeds and everything. So you know, it's great. You're probably wondering why we waited till now to let them out free range. I mean, they did have like this run, you know, behind me here that they're in. So the reason is because a lot of people who do meat bird productions will use like like a chicken tractor, like you know, like a rectangle thing. And then they just spend their whole lives in that, and then it's getting moved around. Well, we don't have one of those, first of all. We have a version of it, which is like this red coop here. But this red coop needs a bit of work, and we're actually going to repurpose it for a sheep shelter, and that's why it's just kind of sitting there, because we need to kind of clean it out and stuff, and take it out to the field. But anyways, the reason that we can't use it for turkeys or birds is because it's really heavy to move, and it likes to kind of fall apart when you move it, because we've used it so many times. So anyways, most people do meat birds in a chicken tractor, which if that works for you, that's great. And there's part of me that wishes that we did that ourselves. But instead we kept them in the run, and they couldn't be in general population because of their size, because our hens would peck them and bully them, you know, if they're not the same size. So they're coming over. So we had to wait for them to be kind of the same size as the hens in here. They now are. When we let them out, there was no problems. Everybody's happy, everybody's fine. I'm gonna step over here so you can actually see, because they're coming right up. So our two turkey toms that are a lot bigger, that we had concerns about, because everything I'd read said that turkey toms are really aggressive to younger and smaller turkeys, and that you have to watch out. Well, I don't know, we have the weirdest pair of turkey toms ever, because they're friendly to us. We call them yard puppies, and they're yard guardians to everybody. But especially from the moment that we let these turkey chicks out, they came over and started hanging out with them, and they're totally fine with each other. And the funny thing is that there has been a couple of hens that keep sneaking over because they want to like peck and go after these little guys, and the two turkey toms will stop it. So I don't know. Just, I guess you don't know until you try, right? I was really nervous about how everybody was gonna get along, but like everybody gets along fine. And I mean, maybe it's too because like this area is big enough that everybody kind of has their own space and everybody's doing their own thing, right, Mr. Turkey? It's going good, and I'm really glad that they're out. So they were born June 12th. We're into August now. Their date to be butchered is the weekend after Thanksgiving, so Canadian Thanksgiving, so October. So, but they're quite big. So the other thing that I kind of think is kind of neat is kind of the differences between our two dogs, our two livestock dogs. So Bailey, who is this guy here? He likes to just sit and chill and hang out with the birds all the time. And something spooked them, so that's why they're going back to the coop. They're really good with, like, if something's scary, they go right back to the coop. Anyways, Bailey will sit with them and hang out with them like all day. He's very attached to them. And then Poppy, who is that beast over there, she kind of really doesn't have any interest in the birds, which is fine because she's not going to hurt them. But she likes to spend the day just checking the perimeter. And so she just walks around checking the perimeter, and she really could care less about the birds. But I mean, that's how they've kind of sorted out their jobs, is that Bailey is the bird guy and Poppy's the perimeter checker. So like yesterday morning, she went out pretty early, and there was a fox over back there. So, you know, that's what she likes to do. Right, Pops? So you can see that one of our toms, right there, that is actually Thomas. I can tell them apart. He's in there looking after his baby turkeys. It's kind of cute. I do find these birds are pretty good about, like, something flies over or, like, you know, there's a weird sound. They do retreat back to what they know. And usually one or both of our big toms will follow them. So they're pretty good that way. Like yesterday there was a hawk that flew down like into the yard here, and like flew down low enough, like was literally about 4 feet off the ground and was probably about like 12 feet away from me. And like as soon as that hawk entered the area, like these guys all immediately went back there. So, you know, they're not stupid. They're just kind of dumb when they're born, because they're really hard to keep alive when they're first born. But, you know, they've got Tom and Vic to protect them. There was only one egg. But I'm going to take you in there and show you why. So if you're wondering how our new coop is doing, it's wonderful. Chicken Ham Palace is a lot better of a setup than what we did have. And I can't believe that we did chicks and full-size chickens out of that tiny little shed over there. So Chicken Ham Palace is wonderful. I like that there's two separate sections. There's a section for the little chicks, and then there's a section for the big gals and guys. Anyways, I'm gonna take you in there, and I'm gonna show you why there's not that many eggs today. So we have a broody hen. And we're gonna leave her alone because she'll probably try and fight me if I try to get the eggs that are underneath her. But in that whole 30 seconds that I was gone, there is an egg. So I'm gonna get that. There is an egg there, but a little too close to Miss Grumpy Pants, and she might peck me. Bailey, you are not allowed in here. Come on. So now both toms are in there. And looks like they're trapped. The thing about turkeys is that they're not the smartest things. That door had closed on them. See if I can find a short piece of wood that I can maybe just prop that door open, because you know those toms are gonna get stuck in there again. No. Aha. That'll do, I guess. In regards to meat bird setups, or specifically meat turkeys, what we're doing here kind of works for us. I'm not saying it's going to work for you. This was kind of an experiment to see if we could do meat birds without them being contained in a little run, or without them being in a chicken tractor, which there's nothing wrong with a chicken tractor. It's just they take money to build, they take effort to move. And we really wanted like a free range situation, but what we have going for us is these two toms that we call our yard puppies that we've had now for about a year and a half. I mean, they are master protectors. Without them, I'm not too sure that these turkey keats would have, done well going into general population with the other hens. The other thing is we have our livestock dogs, and they're kind of the real reason that free-ranging our birds is even safe in the first place. So please don't go out and think that, you can just get meat birds and just kind of throw them out on the lawn, because there's a little bit more to it. So you see something's got his attention. I think there's a chicken over there. He barks at them when he sees them over there because he gets mad because he thinks that they should be in the pen. So speaking of being in the pen, this is another thing, is that the reason that our birds are safe is that They are contained in a pen. It's a large pen, and we have electric line, like hotline, you know, at our gates and everything. This line is removable, and that's to keep the dogs and the birds in. But, you know, occasionally, well, there's a couple of white chickens down there that are determined to get into my garden. And, you know, they're never going in the garden. I've worked too hard in that garden for them to go in there. So, anyways, I just want to kind of touch base with you guys and just kind of explain that, like, our free-range meat bird situation is because of a lot of specific things that we have done. Like, we waited till they were older and the size of our hens, that's important. And our livestock dogs and Tom and Vic, wherever they went. I think they're behind the tree. Tom and Vic are giant heritage breeds. I just realized that what they're upset about is I put some wind chimes down the garden on the gazebo. And it's a pretty windy day, in case you haven't noticed. And I can just hear just a faint, like, jingle of the chime. And it's kind of a new thing out here, so I think they think the wind chimes are a monster that wants to eat their birds. So, yeah. They're gonna have to get used to that, right, Pops? Bailey doesn't seem too bothered by it. It's mainly a Poppy thing, but like I said, this is Poppy's job. Poppy is the perimeter guard, and Bailey is just the king that just likes to sit with his birds. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I kind of wanted to make a video to explain our meat bird setup and situation, also just generally our bird situation, because I didn't want to give the impression that, like, you know, if you want to do meat birds, you just go out and get, you know, meat birds and, you know, set them loose. It takes some thinking, it takes some time, and I mean, these dogs, they do not know how to do this overnight. Like I said in my video about livestock dogs, you have to really work with them, and you have to know that you trust them. And this has taken Bailey knows I'm talking about him. Bailey, he's adorable. Anyways, it's taken a long time for me to fully trust them, and now that we do, it's wonderful. It's just, you know, it's taken a long time to get to this point. And also, we've had a really pleasant surprise with Tom and Vic, our heritage turkeys, because they ended up being yard puppies. Like, they guard the property. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, you know, comment down below and I'll try to answer them. And, you know, I'm not an expert in meat birds. This is our first year trying it, but I thought I'd share our setup and, you know, hopefully inspire some of you. Anyways, take care. Thanks for watching. See you next time.